Hello, everyone, and thanks for tuning in to the one and only Daniel Saul Show here on YouTube on this beautiful afternoon as I will dive deep into the National Football League for one of the last times this season. The season just ended. Super Bowl 59 ended in the Eagles winning over the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22, and it was a hard-fought win for the Eagles. They put out everything they possibly could to win this game. They made Kansas City look bad, and now I'm here to talk to y'all about this game and Patrick Mahomes' future. Let's get into the video. Okay, so Super Bowl 59 just ended in New Orleans, and the Philadelphia Eagles won 40-22 against the Kansas City Chiefs. Everyone knows the Kansas City Chiefs could not even get more than one first down, and they couldn't get past, the 50-yard line in the first three quarters. I mean, it was just bad. They could not get anything going. They probably played the worst game in a very long time. So, the question is, after losing Super Bowl 59, is Patrick Mahomes still in the GOAT conversation with Tom Brady? Now, this question could be answered in many ways. I've heard people like Stephen A. Smith say that Patrick Mahomes, for now, is out and it's over. There's no discussion anymore for the time being. Here's my thing. I agree with him and don't at the same time. Okay, listen to my perspective. The three-peat has never been done, right? It's not like in basketball where Jordan did it twice. I'm pretty sure Bill Russell did it. You got people like Kobe and Shaq who did it. It's been done before in other sports. In football, it's only been done outside of the Super Bowl era. So in the Super Bowl era, it's never been done. So a lot of people believed that the Eagles were going to win this game. So it's not surprising. So here's my thing. Kansas City was going to do something that's never been done. Tom Brady never three-peated. So when you're looking at it, Kansas City got to 3 in a row after winning 2 in a row, which has never been done before. A team has gotten to the Super Bowl 3 times in a row, but they've never won 2 in a row and got to the Super Bowl for a third time to have a shot at three-peating. That has never been done before in the Super Bowl era. So that's an accomplishment in itself. So does Patrick Mahomes really take a lot of, does his legacy go in the opposite direction? Is he really moving the meter in the opposite direction than where he wanted to go in terms of chasing Tom Brady as the GOAT? I would say no, because there was no expectation in the first place. If there was expectation, like a Lamar Jackson or a Joel Embiid, to get something done, and then they can't, and then the media's like, well, why couldn't they get it done? And this, and that. And, players like Josh Allen as well. There's always expectation. And then when they can't do it, the media makes excuses or says that they were wrong and that these players just can't perform under the pressure. Well, Mahomes and the Chiefs weren't favored to win, and they weren't the ones who had expectations on them. No one really expected them to win 3 in a row. It was something that could be done, and it was something that would boost Mahomes' legacy, Andy Reid's legacy, Kelsey's legacy, Chris Jones' legacy, but most importantly, Mahomes' legacy. And this would have made him in the conversation as the GOAT for 100% fact. He is in the conversation because of his talents and abilities, and everyone knows that when it comes to pure talent, no one has ever seen a quarterback as good as Patrick Mahomes. So, he already has the talent over Tom Brady. He already has the ability factor of Tom Brady over Tom Brady. He already, through the first 7 years, has been better in the regular season and postseason than Tom Brady. So if you're saying head-to-head when you're looking at them back, side to side, first 7 years Mahomes is better, and he didn't even start, his first year, well, I mean, it's like he's up there. But if they would have won he still wouldn't have been the GOAT. To some people, he would be. But for me, he still wouldn't have been the GOAT. Because 7 rings is 7 rings. 7 rings is more than any franchise. 7 rings is more than any player. You have to understand Tom Brady's leadership, his willingness to take less money so he could get better players on his team so he could win. Because a lot of players now, they don't want to take less money. They want to get as much money as they can, and I get it. They want their bread. I understand it. It's understandable. But when you want to win championships, you have to take risk. You have to sacrifice things. And Tom Brady was known for sacrificing his paycheck, taking less money and taking high risks and getting players so that they can win championships. Ultimately, it worked. Obviously, it worked because he's got 7 rings. Okay, so that's the goal. Now, Patrick doesn't need to get 7 to be the GOAT. I think if he gets 5, combined with his talent already, he will be the GOAT. Now, people said, well, if he got the 3-peat, then he would be really close. He'd be in the same dinner table. I think he already is, right? I think that right now, him and Joe Montana are like, number 2, number 3. You could flip them, but you got to understand, Patrick Mahomes, if he would have 3-peated, he would have passed Joe Montana undoubtedly. And right now, it's the question between Brady, Montana, and Mahomes. It's not just Brady and Mahomes anymore, because a lot of people want to take away Joe Montana out the equation. Well, Joe Montana still has 4 rings with 0 losses, with 0 interceptions in the Super Bowl. So you got to take that and you got to look at it. Mahomes has got 2 losses with 3 wins in the Super Bowl, 5 appearances in 7 years. In all 7 years, AFC title appearances. It's an accomplishment. He got to 3 in a row after winning back-to-back, which has never been done. That's an accomplishment. So honestly, although he played the worst game of his career and had a QBR of 1 in the first half of the Super Bowl, it doesn't matter, because although he did not perform to his expectation and to his level, it doesn't matter. He didn't play to his standard, but he still accomplished something by getting to 3 in a row after winning back-to-back. He gave his team a chance to get a 3-peat, which has never been done in the Super Bowl era, which is an accomplishment. And if it wasn't for him, that team would not have gotten to the Super Bowl any of those years. That's an accomplishment. When you look at everything Mahomes did all year long, losing 1 game, obviously, the Chiefs lost 2, but he didn't play in that other one because they wanted to rest their people. He lost 1 game to the Buffalo Bills and then obviously got his get back in the playoffs like he always does. So how is it that you can knock a guy and move the meter in a negative position, move it backwards from the GOAT debate, when in reality, no one actually thought they were going to 3-peat, and there was no expectation for him to seriously 3-peat, because it's never been done. It's not like it has been done, so you're expecting a team of this caliber to do it. There's still a dynasty. 7 straight AFC title games is a dynasty. 5 Super Bowl appearances in 7 years is a dynasty. 3 of those 5 wins is a dynasty. This team isn't done yet. Mahomes isn't done yet. He's not even 30 and he's done this. What do you think Mahomes is going to do? Just sit down and never go to a Super Bowl again? That's unlikely. He's the best quarterback in the National Football League, and he is a top 3 quarterback without a doubt in the history of football. This is a story that you cannot overlook. He played the worst game of his career, and they still dropped 22. He played the worst game of his career, but still got his team to 3 in a row. He still got them there. Although they didn't get the 3-peat, they didn't complete the goal, the mission, he got them there. This is not a knock on Mahomes' career. He's still in the GOAT conversation, but he isn't there yet. He's not Tom Brady. He's not Tom Brady. He might be. He could get there. He has the potential, the talent, the leadership, the willingness, the dedication to do it. The poise. He has it. but he's not there yet. He has a long career ahead of him. He's only played 7-8 years. He has time. Tom Brady played 20 plus years. He has time. Give him time. I don't think that he is really in the GOAT conversation when you're talking about, is he better than Brady? But he is in the conversation as in, could you, going by one standard, which is talent, going by that aspect of the game, is he the GOAT? He is in the conversation, but is he the GOAT? No. And did this Super Bowl loss affect it? No. If he won, would he have been the GOAT? No. So it's no across the board. This has no effect on his career. The only effect is that he has 2 losses in the Super Bowl now.